there was a scandal in 2017 known as the 1MDB, a scandal with massive state-funded fraud in Malaysia, where billions were siphoned from a government investment fund through shell companies and, bogus deals that never existed in the first place. And the money was laundered across global banks. And then, of course, some of that money ended up with the Edmond Rothschild Bank, a subsidiary in Luxembourg. And what the Epstein files do is they actually put the puzzle together. And we find in these trails of emails, if you will, a correspondence that outline an agreement between Ariane de Rothschild. She's the chair of the Edmond of the Rothschild Bank. And she's basically passing an agreement on behalf of the bank, and Epstein with the Southern Trust company in the Virgin Islands is going to have an agreement with her as far as fixing the problem, because the Edmond of the Rothschild Bank was slapped with a first time ever in Europe with an indictment for money laundering. So they were actually convicted of money laundering by the Court of Luxembourg. And they obviously were part of a probe conducted by the DOJ and the FBI. And in basically few words, Epstein had to come into the rescue to negotiate with the DOJ. And that's what is very interesting, is how these guys is literally embedded in the Rothschild dynasty on a business level, on a personal level. There's many emails that discuss and that really describes how close he was with this family, with Ariane de Rothschild particularly and especially. And then, of course, the questions arises as to what is really the job, what is his role, how is he peddling influence with the DOJ in the United States. So all these questions arises with this email, and that's what the article does. It covers particularly all these angles, and it's rather well documented.